Alright, welcome to Just Magic the Gathering. I was looking to do a pack opening. At a certain point, people haven't really shown interest in these videos, and I might stop them in the future just because of that. But, I don't know, I have 3 more Lorwyn Eclipsed packs, and I was looking to grind my next ring. So this is, in a way, for me, what Magic Arena is about, is grinding my tokens so I can get my tokens and get the cards I'm actually interested in. There is almost like a flip side to that, that I can buy the packs that have the cards I'm interested in and just hope to get lucky. And in a way, that's where I'm at. Just double check the store while I'm here. I was looking at picking up some more of the Duskmourn Alchemy sets. Duskmourn Alchemy. That's weird. I thought they had the 3-pack. Like they do. Either way, I was looking to pick up 3 of these. And this should finish my next ring. Because I have 3 Lorwyns and then the 3 Duskmourn Alchemies. I will try to make this quick because most of these I should already have. A common token. The Gilded Ambusher. I'm actually happy to see that. It is in my Glimmer deck has one of these in it. I decided, like, in a way, not to finish building out that deck, or I was looking at this card in the past and I did not have it and was potentially looking for exchanging it. So whenever this creature attacks, you may sacrifice another non-land permanent. When you do, each opponent exiles a non-land, non-token permanent they control and a random non-land card from their library. Then Gilded Ambusher deals damage to them equal to the total mana value of cards exiled this way. So if they play something big, you can almost make them sacrifice it and do damage back to themselves based on its power. Plus it gets added into, like, banishing stuff from their deck. I don't know, I was kind of like, and a 4-2 for 3? I don't know. Red-black, there are some really nice Hermine cards. The Razor Demon. So, on a totally random note, I was looking into, like, what really makes the mythic packs, because they sell the mythic packs, and what makes the difference is that this is guaranteed to be a mythic. There's like a 75% chance that's a rare and a 25% chance that's a mythic normally. And on a mythic pack, this is guaranteed to be a mythic. So it's only really used for filling out your mythics. I thought it was actually you got like 1 mythic and 1 rare and less cards. I was trying to actually look up the details on how they vary, and it's really just that a mythic isn't guaranteed in these, and on the other one it is. And maybe I should look to exchange for, I like seeing the Wingbright Thief, although I think I filled out that set, and that's mythic. The Mangled Soul Rager. Flying. When this creature enters, switch the power and toughness of each creature on the battlefield. You get a 12-time boon that would, whenever a creature you control enters, switch its power and toughness. So this ends up being a 4-1? Like, yeah, you can swap its power and toughness. That's weird. That you can switch it. And this switch the power and toughness of each creature on the battlefield. There are a lot of, like, the walls. It's like, oh, you're a 0-20 wall. Now you're a 20-0 wall and you're dead. I could see where that'd be effective. Common and uncommon, which I'm glad to see. Tend the Sprig. Search your library for a basic land card, put it onto the battlefield tapped, then shuffle. Then you seek. Then if you control 7 or more lands and or a tree folk, create a 3/4 tree folk token with reach. Interesting. It's mana ramp and creature ramp if you have enough mana out. It's kind of similar to the only other landfall card in this deck. As an additional cost to cast this spell, you may blight 1. Exile the top 2 cards of your library. If this spell's additional cost was pay, exile the top 3 instead. Until end of your next turn, you may play those cards. I kind of like that. Or I mean, that's normally how red works and for draw. But a lot of it's like you can flip it and play it this turn. I'd much rather have I can flip it and play it till the end of next turn. So on 3, you can play this and get some additional, like, oh yeah, I did miss that land, and I can... So it's additional 2 or 3 if you play the blight cost. At the beginning of your upkeep, surveil 1. And for 6, sacrifice this enchantment and create X 2/2 black green elf creature tokens, where X is the number of elf cards in your graveyard. Not really a huge fan. And a rare wild, I'll take it. A lot of these are still going to be new to me. Convoke, draw 3 cards, then discard a card, which there's definitely better in blue for that. Because I think for 3 and discard, you can get it for a 4 cost instead of a 5 cost. Maybe even a 3 cost. When this creature enters, forging the Wicker Maw. Kind of like the art. When this creature enters, surveil 1. Add 1 mana of any color. This creature becomes that color until end of turn. Interesting. Flash, enchant creature you control. When this enters, enchanted creature gains hexproof. And it gets +1/+2. I kind of like that. As a flash, you can give it hexproof and a permanent +1/+2 for 2. I think that's actually better than most of what I have in... because I think for 2 I can get hexproof and a 1/1. I don't know, I'll have to look at that against what I already have. Blight 1. When this creature enters, deal 2 damage to each opponent. Now, Blight 1, tap. So for 2, you can tap it and Blight 1. This creature deals 2 damage to each opponent. So he can keep blighting himself and doing distance damage until he basically kills himself. When this creature enters, when this creature becomes tapped... One of the things I was actually just thinking about on this, because you could even like name a defender. Like if they're attacking, you can say he's a defender. And then blight the final time to kill himself and do the 2 damage back and prevent the damage from coming through unless it's like a trample. That could actually be used multiple ways. The Wanderwine Distractor. Whenever this creature becomes tapped, target creature an opponent controls gets -3, -0 until end of turn. Target creature. That's kind of nice. Nameless Inversion. It's a changeling. One of the things my brother was looking at building, or he is currently playing a like changeling deck that looked really interesting. Because changelings can be anything. So one of the things that I didn't necessarily realize until he pointed out to me was like I need to behold a dragon. If I played Caustic Exile, I have it in my dragon deck. But if you have it in like a changeling deck, this can be a dragon. So you can get to proc a bunch of stuff that you wouldn't normally think of. Long story short. Nameless Inversion. It's an instant shapeshifter changeling. Target creature gets +3, -3, and loses all creature types until end of turn. Since it's an instant, it goes away. So I mean, you could still use it as a behold. I don't know. The Selfish Safe Right, and I already have one, so I'm not going to bother reading through it. And that got me another rare token. So yeah, 8 uncommons, 6 rares, and 3 mythics. Slowly grinding up. Whenever you attack, target attacking creature, attacking goblin. I actually saw this in the Phantom jump-in that I did. Changeling with Reach for 3/4. The Dundulin Weaver. When this creature enters, if you control 3 or more creatures, return target permanent card from your graveyard to your hand. I like the looks of that. Target creature you control gains Death Touch and Lifelink until end of turn. When that creature dies this turn, you can turn it into a 2/2 black elf green token. It's nice. As an additional cost to the spell, blight 2 or pay 1, counter target spell. 2 for a straight counter is pretty nice. There's 3 if you don't want to blight. Flying Flash. But with that being said, and it's any spell. Normally, when you're getting that cheap, it's like my brother was saying that for one, I can't even remember the name of the card now. You can like target counter creature, and there's a different one for one. You can target like instant. Flying Flash. When this creature enters, choose up to one other target creature until end of turn. It has base toughness and power of 4/4, and gains all creature types. So you can turn a 1/1 into a 4/4. Each creature spell you cast with toughness greater than its power costs 1 less to cast. Whenever a creature you control attacks or blocks, it gets +X/+X until end of turn, where X is the difference between its power and toughness. Interesting. I could see how you could actually like build a whole build around that. Because as long as you have like a 0/5, because this gets the +X/+X. Something like this would. It's a 3/4. And the bigger that disparity, so like your wall that's like the wall of Bossing Say that's a 0/20, I'd give everything. That would give the wall itself, it'd become a 20/40. I mean, that's pretty ridiculous. But yeah, with that, I am kind of happy with how my token generation is going. I have my Historic Shrines deck is basically done. I need one more rare token in here to finish that out, and I can then take that out and see how much it just fails in Historic. Yeah. In my secret deck, I was trying to figure out what I wanted to exchange for. 6 rares and 3 mythics. I'll think about it and do that later, though. But yeah, with that, I look forward to spending some tokens in the future.